Board members, do I have a motion to reconvene in open session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
The board is now in open session. Madam Clerk, would you please read the resolution certifying the closed session?
Now there be it resolved that the school board hereby certifies that to the best of each member's knowledge, one, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting to which this certification resolution applies, and two, only such public business matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by the school board.
Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The motion carries. Excuse me. Is there a motion regarding the student matters?
In case numbers 2023-24/18RE, 2023-24/19RE, and 2023-24/20RE, it is recommended that the superintendent's recommendation be upheld.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The motion carries. Is there a motion regarding the first personnel matter?
In case number 2023-24/60-HR, it is recommended that the superintendent's recommendation be upheld.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The motion carries. Is there a motion regarding the next personnel matter?
In case number 2023-24/02-PH, it is recommended that the superintendent's recommendation be upheld.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The motion carries. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the April 9, 2024 School Board Business Meeting to order. Before we begin the meeting this evening, I would like to thank everyone for attending and remind the audience that comments to this board may only be made at the podium during the public comment period. Comments from the audience are prohibited in violation of Section 18.2-415 of the Code of Virginia, disorderly conduct in public places, and School Board Policy 6141. I appreciate everyone's patience and understanding so that we can conduct the business meeting in an orderly fashion. Now we'll have an invocation by Mrs. Hutchins, followed by the flag salute by Mrs. Chatters.
Before tonight's invocation, I would like to recognize with a moment of silence the passing of James Coleman, a bus driver in Area 1 Transportation, who joined CCPS on June 9th, 2023, and the passing of Shonda Bazell, a fiscal specialist in the payroll office, who joined CCPS on June 12th, 2023. Please join us in a moment of silence. Dear Lord, in this moment, we come before you with open hearts, seeking to embody the spirit of compassion and care. As we make decisions that impact the lives of our students, families, and educators, may we always do so with empathy and understanding. Grant us the ability to see beyond policies and numbers, recognizing the human faces behind every decision we make. Help us extend a helping hand to those in need, providing support and encouragement to those facing challenges. Let our educational community be a beacon of compassion where everyone feels valued and cared for. Amen.
Please stand for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tonight's consent agenda includes the agenda adoption, approval of the minutes, March 7, 2024, special meeting, March 12, 2024, work session, March 12, 2024, business meeting, Memo 4024, recommended personnel actions, Memo 4124, FY24, acceptance of new grants, Memo 4224, career and technical education local plan approval, Memo 4324, nomination for VSBA Excellence in Workforce Readiness Award, Memo 4424, approval of student fee schedule for 24-25 school year and 2024 summer fees, Memo 4524, FY24, reallocation of available revenue budget, Memo 4624, appointment of members to school board advisory committees. Are there any additions or corrections to the consent agenda?
Madam Chair, there are no additions or corrections to the consent agenda.
Are there any requests from a school board member to separate an item from the consent agenda and discuss for an individual action? Hearing none, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters,
Aye.
Stephen Pronto,
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens,
Aye.
Ann Coker,
Aye.
Dodd Hepron.
Aye. The motion carries. Dr. Dougherty, would you please announce our new administrators?
Thank you, Madam Chair and school board members. It is a pleasure and honor to introduce 3 administrative appointments to introduce tonight. I'd like to call up to the front here, Dr. Bruce Philman, who is approved as the principal of the Western Area Middle School as of July 1st, 2024. The school will be opening in August of 2025. Congratulations, Bruce. Any comments? Yeah, why don't you stay here? We'll do all 3 stay here. Thank you. Next, Dr. Scott Males will be the coordinator of alternative programs. He is currently the associate principal at Swift Creek Middle School. Scott, congratulations. Thank you. Next, Dr. Jonathan Dixon, coming from us from Mecklenburg Middle School, and he will be the new principal of Matoka Middle School starting July 1st, 2024. Congratulations, Jonathan. Can we give these 3 gentlemen another round of applause, please? Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Dougherty. Next, we have awards and recognitions. Mr. Smith?
If I could ask our Cyber Start America students come forward this time. We may hold on that for a moment and see if they
Are they all
show.
attending virtually? Because of cyber. There, that one for you.
Is Rohit Gayala here, or Connor Hamilton, or Richard Bates? There we go. Right. You go right here. You got it. In the Cyber Start America Leaderboard Challenge, supported by the Virginia Department of Education, 3 of the top 5 students in Region 1 attend Chesterfield County Public Schools. Rohit Gayali, 12th grader at Cliverville High. This is Rohit's 2nd year where he's finished in the top 5 regionally. Connor Hamilton, 12th grader at Manchester High and CTC Courthouse. And Richard Bates, 11th grader at Thomasdale High and CTC at Courthouse. Cyber Start America is a cyber program where high school students receive free access to a platform of more than 200 unique security challenges where they solve by cracking codes, finding the flags, and dealing with real-life cyber challenges as they build an impressive set of cyber credentials. Please join me in congratulating Rohit Gayala.
So I just want to, what Mr. Smith touched on, this is your 2nd time being awarded this, correct? Yes. absolutely fantastic. And what a credit to yourself as well as Chesterfield County Public Schools. So I want to congratulate you on that. But something I think we need to change, because I read to where there's a monetary gift that's given, but you've already won that, so they won't give it again to a repeat winner. So we need to change that. Let's see if we can fix that for you, because that's not fair. You're going to blow the competition out of the water. You should be rewarded for it. But you're wanting to pursue a career in cybersecurity. Is that correct? Yes. Would you share with us a little bit as to what your passion is behind that?
Well, I've been coding since I was about 7 years old, and one of the questions that often came up when I was coding, like websites or games, was how do I secure this? How do I make this secure? And it was just a question I couldn't find the answer to, and I realized the answer was cybersecurity. And I came across this program, and I got really interested, finding the flags and solving all these challenges and learning about securing online systems and everything. And it was just a nice journey to learn about cybersecurity.
Fantastic. Can we give him another round of applause, please? This is for you as well. Congratulations. Thank you.
If I could ask Edward Peterson and Lynn Bland to come forward this time. Thomas Hill High student Edward Peterson won the essay contest connected to the 2024 Rule of Law Day, an event designed to educate middle and high school students about the rule of law, principles, and operations of state government. Locally, Rule of Law Day is sponsored by Chesterfield County Public Schools, Colonial Heights Public Schools, Chesterfield and Colonial Heights Juvenile and Domestic Relations District Courts, the Supreme Court of Virginia, Virginia State Bar Young Lawyers Conference, Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office, and Chesterfield County Public Schools School Resource Officers. Edward won first place in local essay contests, writing about the school division's Chromebook program, questions about student privacy rights, and the mobile device agreement, signed by students. Please join me in congratulating Edward Peterson.
Actually no surprise to me that Edward has won this prestigious award. I have known Edward since he was little. He's one of my middle boys' friends growing up. So I am very proud of you personally, and I know CCPS is very proud of this achievement for you. And we have a little gift for you as well.
Thank you so much.
And if you would like to say a few words about why. You don't have to.
I can.
Yeah.
I went to the Rule of Law program because my history teacher asked me to, and it was pretty fun. There was a Supreme Court justice there. She was cool. I got free food. And then there was a library essay contest, and I figured that not many people would do it, so I
If I could ask our Monacan High swim and diving champs to come forward this time. Mr. Broyles, do you want to come forward? Do you want me to tell people it's your birthday, or no? No? Don't do it? I won't tell them. Okay, got it. The Monacan High girls swimming and diving team captured the VHSL Class 4 state title for the third year in a row and for the fifth time in the past 6 years. The championship wasn't even close this year as Monacan scored a total of 424 points, and the second place team scored 326. Brian Singleton is the head coach for the swim and dive team, Jessica Bowers, assistant coach, and Matt Schneider is the athletic trainer. Congratulations to these team members for their success. Maxine Batten, Cassandra Bauer, Ashlyn Boano, Sarah Brown, Emerson Callis, Reagan Canada, Kylie Krotz, Ellen Diggs, Livy Dyer, Catherine Galong, Bridget Martin, Peyton Modrak, Piper Price, Parker Smithson, Madison Walker, and these members of the girls' team won first place in their events. Emerson Callis in the 500-yard freestyle and the 200-yard individual medley, Reagan Canada in the 100-yard freestyle, and Piper Price in the 100-yard breaststroke. 200-yard medley relay team with Cassandra Bauer, Piper Price, Emerson Callis, and Reagan Canada, and the 400-yard freestyle relay team of Ellen Diggs, Reagan Canada, Cassandra Bauer, and Emerson Callis. Also, these members of the boys swim team won first place in their events. Cooper Dillman, the 500-yard freestyle and 200-yard medley relay team of Cooper Dillman, Braden Green, Joshua Weber, and Liam West. Please join me in congratulating the swimming and diving team champs.
Well, congratulations to all of you again. As I said last year, we have Dr. Dougherty surprises the state champs with donuts, but at this point I feel like we just need to put it as a recurring event every year. You guys are outstanding. Thank you for representing Monacan High School and Chesterfield County so well. And I know some of you since you were little, so this is great. As we go through, we'd love for you to introduce yourselves, and if you're a swimmer, you can tell us your favorite event or stroke, what you excel at, what you enjoy doing.
I'm Brian Singleton, the head coach at Monacan, and just super proud of all my swimmers.
I'm Jessica Bauer, the assistant coach, and I feel really fortunate that I get to coach this great group of kids.
I'm Kylie Krotz, and my favorite event is 100 backstroke.
I'm Parker Smithson, and my favorite event is the 100 backstroke.
I'm Madison Walker, and my favorite stroke is freestyle.
I'm Braden Green, and my favorite event is the 200 IM.
I'm Cooper Dillman, and my favorite event's 5 free.
I'm Liam West, my favorite event is 50 free.
I'm Cassie Bauer, my favorite event is the 2 IM.
Thank you so much, you guys, and congratulations again. And I guess I'll see you next year, is the best thing to say. We'll see you guys next year. Let's give it up for them again. There you go. All right, guys, this is very awkward. There you go. There's just too much good stuff to go around. This is for, I think, Peyton and Reagan. Right? Okay. Thanks, guys. Congratulations again.
If I could ask our Manchester High girls basketball team to come forward at this time. The Manchester High girls basketball team captured the VHSL Class 6 state championship by defeating Thomasdale High 51-42. This is Manchester's first ever basketball title. Congratulations to these student athletes for their success. Mia Wolfert named VHSL Player of the Year for Class 6. Rain Wright named it All-State First Team for Class 6. Finley Weaver, Maya Atkinson, Kylene Edwards, Anna Wright, Leah Hampton, Riley Kozinski, Madison Smith, Tristan Shavers, and Eliza Hoffman. Rashid Wright is the head coach for the girls basketball team. He was named VHSL Coach of the Year for Class 6. Assistant coaches are Devin Shea, Vonda Basso, Naya Covington, and Shaylin Washington. Shanika Harris is the athletic trainer, and Taisha Jackson and Leah Fobbs are team managers. Please join me in congratulating these basketball champs.
Now, I don't know if anyone was following this phenomenal team up here as closely as I was, but I don't think, if my memory serves me correctly, and so bear with me, a lot of your games they weren't really games. Y'all were just practicing. Y'all were just practicing out there, which was absolutely phenomenal. So, one, congratulations. And, you know, there's a lot to say about a team that operates as seamlessly as this team up here. You know, the coaches won't tell you this, but they're going to have when they look back over their career, some of their favorite teams that they got to coach. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that your coaching staff, when they look back over their career, is going to remember this season because of what you all did. So congratulations. If just a few moments, I'd like to go down. If you don't want to, you don't have to talk. You can just pass the mic. But for our folks that are attending here, your name, your position, how long you've been playing basketball. If you want to shout out to mom and dad or whoever in the audience, this is your opportunity. You deserved it.
My name is Anna Wright. I'm a small forward, and I've been playing since I was in the 5th grade.
Hello, I'm Mia Wolfhook. I've been playing since I was just about in the 2nd grade, and I play the center and power forward.
My name is Rain Wright. I'm a combo guard, and I've been playing for as long as I can remember. And I'd like to shout out my dad for pushing me to do my best.
I'm Maddie Smith. I'm a small forward, and I've been playing since I was 4.
I'm Leah Hampton. I'm the point guard. I've been playing since as long as I can remember. Shout out to mom and dad right there.
Here you go, Coach.
There you go, Coach.
I just want to say it is a pleasure to coach these young ladies. This was a special season. A lot of times we give kids goals and tasks and we ask them to accomplish it. I've met all of these ladies at various times when they were either 5th graders, 6th graders, some of them were third graders, 7th graders. And so this is not just a state championship. These are kids who dedicate themselves to something for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and they've accomplished a goal. So I'm very proud to be their coach, but I'm also proud to see young people grasp a goal and work as hard as they did to attain it. And this year was excellent.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations again to the state champions from Manchester High School. And if you don't mind, when you walk this way, I'm going to make it easier. We'll just pass this out as you go back out. Is that okay with you all? I greatly appreciate you. Again, congratulations.
If I could ask our 3 teachers of the year to come forward this time. Teacher Appreciation Week will take place May 6 through 10 to show appreciation for teachers in Chesterfield County Public Schools and as a reminder to everyone to let your teachers know that in your life how much they make and how much they matter. Tonight we're celebrating our Teachers of the Year. First, here's a bit of background about how these teachers are selected in Chesterfield County Public Schools. Every school annually selects a Teacher of the Year. From those honorees, a committee selects an elementary school Teacher of the Year, a middle school Teacher of the Year, and a high school Teacher of the Year. Then from those honorees, the committee chooses the district-wide Teacher of the Year. Our district-wide Teacher of the Year goes on to compete for a regional recognition and possibly statewide recognition. Each year, Chesterfield County Public Schools celebrates all of our Teachers of the Year during an evening banquet. October 16th is the date of this year's banquet. Joining us tonight are our top 3 Teachers of the Year for 2024. Elementary School Teacher of the Year, J.P. Gates, who teaches PE at Greenfield Elementary. High School Teacher of the Year, Katie Clark, who is the program coordinator for the Governor's Academy for Engineering Studies, and the technology education teacher at Burt High. And Chesterfield County Teacher of the Year and Middle School Teacher of the Year, Brian McGill, who teaches English at Talmud Creek Middle School. Please join me in congratulating these teachers.
So you guys are the cream of the crop. You all have done it. It's amazing. And we have 64 schools, right? So, I mean, 1 out of 64, you, amazing. It's incredible what you do, what you all do every single day. Go in, you take the good, you take the bad, and you turn the bad into good, and you leave, the kids walk out the doors with smiles on their faces and smarter brains, hopefully. So, whatever it is. But well done, you all. We appreciate what you have done and what you continue to do. What you do really, really matters. And it is a humongous accomplishment. It's a combination of your peers recognizing what you've done and voting on you, and then you have to go through that process. It's a huge process, and so you are here because of what you do. You have earned it, and you are the pride of Chesterfield County Public Schools, and we thank you for what you do. I have a little prize for you all, but would you all like to say a little something? I know. Well, I mean, I'm getting rhetorical questions here. Here you go.
Thank you so much. I'm Katie Clark, proud teacher at Elsie Byrd High School. And yes, go Skyhawks. And I just wanted to real quick share how pleased and grateful I am for this honor. And I just think I am such a product of amazing educators. So I'm a graduate from Elsie Byrd High School, and Dr. Tylis was my principal, and my now principal, Mrs. Blanton, was my middle school teacher. So I am just surrounded by educators that have made me who I am today, and I am so grateful and hopeful that I do that for others. So thank you for this opportunity.
I just want to thank, my family and staff that I work with at Greenfield Elementary School. I'm also a product of Chesterfield County. I was Manchester. And so it's just great to be surrounded by such great educators, great leadership, and both in the building and outside the building. So again, thank you for this honor, and it's proud to represent Chesterfield County and Greenfield Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Brian McGill from Tomahawk Creek Middle School. In my experience as a kid, I had a powerful educational experience, and it had nothing to do with academics. It just had to do with the relationships that I built with the teachers that I had. And because of that, I knew I wanted to be a teacher in sophomore year of high school. And I brought that sort of philosophy to the classroom, and because I just wanted to connect with kids and give them someone that they can feel comfortable with, and through academics and or whatever else is going on in their lives. So I think it's pretty important. I think our jobs are really important. Thanks for letting me recognize me.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you again. All right, take care.
If I could ask our Learning with You participants to come forward at this time. Learning with You is designed to help members of the multicultural community connect with Chesterfield County Public Schools. The latest round of this free program took place this year, offering participants information about the school division, including resources available for students and families, while helping CCPS leaders connect with and learn more about multicultural communities. I'd now like to turn over to Juan Santacaloma.
Thank you, Sean. Good evening. First of all, congratulations, and thank you for sharing with us all these 4 sessions. We learned a lot from you, and I'm more than sure that you learned a lot from the speakers. Thank you again. We had 22 participants during the last 4 sessions for Learning with You. Unfortunately, not all of them were able to attend today's ceremony. However, I'm going to call all of them just to recognize the time and the effort and the effort they did taking this academy with us. Claudia Jacqueline Aguilar, she's not here. Hugo Jose Amador Suarez is not here. Laura or Laura Barrios. Elizabeth Castellano Romero. Kelly Cocar is not here. Jade Cruz Amaya is not here. Ana Diaz. Elmer Diaz. Angela E. Enet. Luis Daniel Erazo. Zoraida Ferrer. He's right there. Fabiola Gomez. Ayareli González. Marisol Granados. Reina Izaguirre. Catalino Lobo. Tatiana C. Martínez. Briana Elizabeth Orellana Díaz. Elena Padilla. Vivian Palma. Okay. Elena is not here. María Preciado. María Preciado. And Karina Vázquez. Claudia. Oh, Claudia acabó de llegar. Claudia Jacqueline Aguilar. Claudia is not here. She just arrived. Yeah. So thank you again, and please remember, what you learn in Learning with You is not only for you. It's to be shared with the community, with people who are new here and maybe who don't know how to navigate the school system. All right? Thank you so much.
Espérate, no te mueves. Felicidades para completar Learning with You. Congratulations to them for completing Learning with You. I got to attend one of the sessions with them, and they were learning information that I didn't know. So I want to say, gracias por el tiempo y la dedicación para saber todo que tú puedes aprender de la escuela. And just like Juan said, ahora tiene que decir a todo el mundo, right? Now you have to share it with everyone. So I just want to say congratulations again, and make sure you invite a friend to the next one, okay? Thank you. So, ¿quién quiere hablar? Oh,
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I would like invite the audience to be next time in academic Learning with You, because it's a great opportunity to know everything about the schools, the Chesterfield County Public Schools. And I would like to say thank you, their staff, especially thank you, Juan Santa Coloma, because you are our best representative in our Hispanic community. Thank you so much. This is a special time. It's a pleasure to be here with everyone. Thank you.
¿Alguien más? Oh. Ángela, entonces Vivian.
Good evening, and I'm very happy to be here. And this learning education was very educative for us, especially for me. I have two kids that already graduated, but it's a lot of information that I didn't know before that I know now. I have a granddaughter that she's gonna take advantage of all this. And of course, our duty is to share with all the communities about this information. And myself, as a part of a group dance, I have the opportunity to know a lot of people, a lot of Spanish people that they don't know about all the information they can get and how to navigate and find out what they need. So I will be a good representative to share all this information with them. So thank you, Juan, and thank you all the staff for this opportunity to be here. That was a very, very good education, and if you are not attending, I encourage you to attend. That's something that you will, be grateful to learn.
Good afternoon. I am speaking little bit English. I need it. Yeah. Primero quiero agradecer a Dios y a las autoridades de Chesterfield.
I want to say thank you to God and the authorities in Chesterfield
Por permitirme tener esos conocimientos sobre las oportunidades que tenemos como hispanos.
to allow me to learn about this opportunity as we have as Hispanics.
Porque conozco muchas personas que creen que por no saber inglés o no tener un estatus legal en Estados Unidos,
I know many people who think that because they don't have proper immigration status or because they don't speak English,
sus hijos no tienen las mismas oportunidades que los demás tienen. Y cada vez que yo recibía una clase, yo pensaba en tantas personas que necesitan de estos programas y que ahora pues yo con lo que sé puedo compartirles a ellos.
and these people think because they don't have proper immigration status, they think that their children have not the same rights that other children who were born here or have proper immigration status. But now with this knowledge,
Así es que gracias al condado de Chesterfield, a las autoridades y a Juan por la oportunidad.
with this knowledge, I can tell them that they have the same rights. Thank you so much for everything.
I'm Maria. I wanted to thank you, Juan, for giving me the opportunity to learn a little bit more. I'm a mother of 3. One is already graduated, but I had learned a lot more in this program that I had in the years that I've been in the schools with my kids. So not only did this help me for me and my family, but I work in finances, and I can tell you, I already mentioned many of the programs that people did not know. And like you mentioned, people that doesn't know or they don't have the status, immigration status, they're afraid to ask when they need help or to get help. So this program really opened my eyes, and I will continue to help others. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Daniel. I just want to say I was enrolled by my wife. I didn't know, and she graduated first, and I didn't know when I received an email. It was a surprise for me, but thank you for my wife. She's my motor to going forward. So, but it's like I say, I didn't know, but it was a great opportunity to learn about the CCPS system, and not only know about the schools, but also know about the programs and the resources that the CCPS provides to the community. So that's very helpful for the community, and thank you very much for opening the doors for all the people to know about all the school system. So God bless you, everybody, and thank you very much again.
Hi, well, I'm Fabiola, and I'm a sophomore in Clover Hill High School, and I'd like to thank everybody, and especially for people who have been there to be able to share a lot of experiences, and being there has opened my eyes a lot and my mind to think a lot and to know more things about my school and many more opportunities that I will be able to receive. And I want to thank also Heffron a lot for representing my school and for being able to share class with you. It means a lot to me. And I'd love to have more opportunities like this to be able to share with CCPS schools, and thank you.
Pero necesito asistencia. Okay. Juan. Buenas tardes. Quiero dar muchas gracias
I want to thank
al sistema educativo de Chesterfield.
to Chesterfield County Public Schools
Esta oportunidad que nos dieron de aprender o de conocer cosas sumamente importantes,
This opportunity to learn important things.
es para agradecerlo. Y quiero felicitarlos porque me parece que el sistema educativo está, cada día sé que va evolucionando.
And I want to thank you and congratulations because I know that the system is growing and improving every single day.
Y pienso que están a la vanguardia de la educación en todo el país.
And I think you are doing great job nationwide.
Quedo a la expectativa para ver qué más va a suceder.
I'm expecting what else is coming from
Y
Chesterfield County Public
particularmente
Schools.
estoy muy agradecida porque tengo un caso de un hijo que descubrí dos cosas sumamente importantes.
And I'm really thankful because I have a child and I found out two things
A través de la escuela.
because of the school.
Sumamente importante como una condición de autismo
Two important things. One is a autism condition,
fue la escuela quien me lo hizo saber.
and was the school who really
Y estoy
told
muy
me about it.
agradecida por eso.
And I really thank you for that.
Y también porque la escuela descubrió que mi hijo es un superdotado.
And also because the school find out that my child is a gifted guy.
Y ese es un motivo de agradecimiento para mí con respecto al condado y las autoridades. Y gracias, Juan, por ser portavoz
And I really appreciated that. And thank you, Juan.
de cosas como esta que son tan importantes.
You're welcome.
Gracias.
Okay.
Muy buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Yo quería agradecer al condado de Chesterfield por la oportunidad que nos dieron de conocer cómo funcionan las escuelas detrás de cámaras.
I want to thank CCPS because they gave us the opportunity to learn about what is behind the scenes.
Es una labor bien fuerte la que hacen.
It is a strong job what
Cada
we are doing.
persona que lleva la seguridad, que lleva la comida, que lleva las clases.
All the different positions like safety, security, food and nutrition, teachers.
Es algo que uno de padre no se lo imagina.
It is something that we as parents, we don't imagine.
Los programas son extremadamente interesantes.
The programs are really important and interesting.
Yo insisto a los padres que están aquí, que nos han recibido las clases, los invitados, que se comuniquen con nosotros, con Juan, y para que puedan ellos enterarse de los beneficios.
I invite parents who are here to register and contact us to participate in the next Learning with You.
Estoy contenta de haber recibido esa oportunidad con este equipo y les deseo una feliz tarde.
I'm so happy to receive, because I received this information, and have a good one.
One more time for the graduates of Learning with You.
If I could ask Rick Harney to come forward this time. Push to the next one.
Dr. Fry? Dr. Fry will present the Outstanding Driver Performance recognition.
Good evening, board members, Madam Chair, Dr. Darty, Mr. Roberts. It's my honor this evening to present to you our Drivers of the Month. There are many bus drivers who could be recognized this month, but each transportation area manager had to make the tough decision of selecting a single driver who exemplified excellence and dedication to represent their area. We'd like to recognize and honor the following drivers. Haas Polento, Area 1, Bus 480, 1 year of service. Haas says he likes being a bus driver because it allows him to spend more time with his family and friends. Chris Timmer, Area 2, Bus 749, 2 years of service. Chris says he likes driving a bus because he has the privilege of demonstrating professionalism and excellence to the students every day with every mile at every school. Ruth Harrop, Area 3, Bus 888, a total of 26 years of service. Ruth is unable to be here this evening, and accepting her recognition is Jacqueline Roach, her area manager. Ruth says she is retiring after 26 years and has loved the kids, parents, other drivers, and the Area 3 office staff. She says it's been fun. John West, Area 4, Bus 714, 2 years of service. John says he loves the teamwork and the variety of things that he gets to do, which includes working with children. Laura Murray, Area 5, Bus 20, 2 years of service. Laura says helping the Area 5 students to and from school is an awesome opportunity. Each day has new challenges and rewards, and she loves her job. Thank you, everyone.
I just want to say on behalf of the Chesterfield County School Board, thank you so much for everything that you do to get our children to and from school safely. I'll share a little story, not just to, I guess, recognize how observant our bus drivers are. So my son has been under the weather, and my daughter, who is in middle school, twin of my son, comes home and says, "Mom, the bus driver stopped me at the end of the day and asked me, is Ryan okay? Because he's not at school today." So out of all the children that you transport throughout the day, you recognize all of the children, and that makes it special for a mom's perspective. So thank you so much for everything that you do. And if you would like to say a few words just about what makes you excited about being a bus driver, you know, what gets you up in the day?
Thanks. I'm John West in Area 4. I've been driving a little over 2 years, and nothing's changed as far as how much I love my job. I really do. It's my favorite job I've ever had. I love the kids. I love the teamwork, all my fellow bus drivers. Everybody in the office just gives you so much good support. Thank Dr. Fry and everybody. Thank the board for giving us the budget to be able to get new buses and have good equipment so we can transport our kids safely. And thank all my managers, my coordinators, everybody else in the office as well for all the support they give us. So, thank you.
So I'm just representing Ruth, but I will say about her, she is one of our veteran drivers, and parents and kids and school staff just love her, absolutely love her. She will truly be missed, and I definitely will miss her.
Where do I start? Where do I begin? 749 to Midlothian. Professionalism, safety, safety, and safety. I said it 3 times because it's important. These are the principles which I must follow. Who knows? The kids I transport today may be the bus drivers of tomorrow. I used to drive 61, and now I drive 749. They took me out of 61, but 61 is where I learned how to talk to kids, how to talk to a parent who may or may not like me, how to drive a bus that I knew was big, how to drive something that I knew was bigger than myself. Chesterfield County, Area 2, team transportation, I am Area 2.
Yeah. Where we can start is on, I say, pre-trip. That's the most important, safety. I'm very happy on this job since the beginnings because I love kids. I have 2 kids in my house. And the last week we have a break. So Monday we'll start again. And yesterday when I wake up, I'm really upset, sad, because go out and one of the kids say, "Hey, bus driver, we miss you." And after that, we happy. And it's fun, and great job. If you want to have family time, you can drive us. It's excellent job. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, and congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for the plug.
Next, we have recognition of outstanding food service employees with Berkeley Dunbrack.
Madam Chair, board members, Dr. Doherty, Mr. Roberts, thank you as always for the opportunity to recognize some of our outstanding food nutrition services team members. During a recent conversation, the topic of what my profession was came up. After sharing what I do, I received the nostalgic response that I often do about an elderly lunch lady sitting in a chair with a hairnet and a rectangular slice of pizza, and somebody that was always very kind to them when they saw them every day. I think many of us share some of these same memories and mental images when thinking about school cafeteria employees. Well, I think it's important that we retain many of the important aspects of these memories, such as the kindness that was felt when walking into the cafeteria, or the attention to food safety that comes with a hairnet. I think it's very important to highlight how we have also grown as an industry. Our current staff is comprised of different ages, genders, and ethnicities. Work is fast-paced, requires a fair amount of physicality, and can change quickly. As we continue to grow as a department and an industry and focus on providing the best eating experience for our students, we are very fortunate here in Chesterfield County to have a dedicated staff that is willing to grow along with us. This evening, we have 2 honorees that were able to join us and 3 that were not able to make it. Unable to make it this evening were Ree Sakurai. Ms. Sakurai is a food service associate at Watkins Elementary School, and she's been with the county for 3 years. She says, "I really enjoy interacting with young students and my coworkers. It makes for a fun and rewarding time." Next, we have Miss Denise Moore. Miss Moore is a food service associate at Wells Elementary School, and she's been with Chesterfield County Schools for 24 years. She says, "I'm always ready for a new day knowing that the students are getting a nutritious meal. Seeing the smiles of so many faces brings me joy." Next, we have Summer Posey. Miss Posey is a food service associate at A.M. Davis Elementary School, and she's been with Chesterfield County Public Schools for 1 year. She says, "What I love about my job is the wonderful opportunity to serve children and contribute to my community. I love the welcoming environment that motivates me every day." Next, we have Irma Thanasic. Ms. Thanasic is a food service associate at Mosley Elementary School, and she's been employed with Chesterfield for 2 years. She says, "My favorite thing about my job is serving the kids, talking to the kids, and learning new things every day." Next, we have Dorothy Kitts. Ms. Kitts is our assistant manager at Bensley Elementary School, and she's been with the county for 11 years. She says, "The best part of my job is interacting with the kids. Most are so polite, always saying thank you. They will make sure to let me know that what I cooked for lunch was yummy, which is always so nice to hear." Thank you.
Wait a minute. Friends, wait. There are only 2 of you. I feel certain that you guys have something to say. No, they don't. But, okay. Well, we are so happy. The hairnet and the square pizza really, we can't get that picture out of our heads. We appreciate the kindness that you share this food with. And, kids look forward to the food, to the lunch every day. What are we eating for lunch? So you all feed their bellies, and I know you feed their spirits with your kindness and compassion. We really appreciate what you do. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Take care.
Next, we have public comment. For this meeting, citizens were given the option of submitting their comments online or in person. Comments submitted via the online form were sent to the board prior to the start of tonight's meeting and will be included in full as an addendum to the meeting minutes. Madam Clerk, would you please announce this evening's in-person speakers?
Madam Chair, we have 8 speakers this evening. They are Jeanette Bradley, Anastasia Godovac, Justin Smith, Deshante Potts, Wendy Little, Fred Bravo, George McGovern, and Robert Everett. Each speaker will have 4 minutes to address the board. There's a timer set up on top of the podium that will turn green when you begin speaking, yellow when you have 30 seconds remaining, and red when your time has expired. As a reminder, no belongings other than a cell phone and speaker notes are allowed at the podium. Please have your materials organized in a manner that as you arrive at the podium, you are prepared to start speaking. Please note that comments equivalent to campaigning for any office are a violation of School Board Policy 1110 and are prohibited. May we have Janet Bradley. Anastasia Godovac.
Hi, good evening. My name is Anastasia Godovac. I'm here to address the board regarding the James River and, in fact, Chesterfield County Navy Junior ROTC program, of which my daughter is a part. First, I wanted to thank the members of the board who have received, read, and responded to my email communications, which I appreciate very much, as well as Dr. Volker and Dr. Dougherty and his staff as well. So I appreciate that. So as you all know, I'm a supporter of this program. I think it has huge benefits for the county, countywide, because a number of students from all over the county can attend, as well as it has some particular synergies with James River's leadership program, of which my daughter is a part. And she has joined and been a member of the JROTC since October 2021, and it's been a great benefit to her. She's also joined the staff position, and it's been a great complement to her leadership studies and a wonderful hands-on opportunity for a variety of students. And so I know also from the responses that I've received that this is something that Chesterfield County, the board, the school does support. And I have received word that I believe the Navy is continuing the program for the coming year, which is wonderful news. Although I can't help but feel that now the hard work begins. And so I just wanted to ask for the board's support and all appropriate resources, particularly in choosing an instructor in a timely manner so that the program can begin on a good foot next year, as well as preparing over the summer, all those things that need to happen so that the program's on a good pace to meet its recruiting goals. Just as far as getting students interested in the class, it is a wonderful program. And just hope that the momentum can continue with the visibility that this has been receiving in recent days. The program has been very successful in the past. I believe it can again, but again, with a very concerted effort and robust support. And I thank the board for this time.
Thank you, Ms. Godovac. May we have Justin Smith? Deshante Potts?
Good afternoon, members of the school board. As we gather here today, I stand before you not only as a representative of the student body, but also as a voice of countless seniors who missed out on the most cherished milestones of their high school experience, prom and senior activities. The class of 2021 has endured unpredictable challenges due to the global pandemic, while we have shown resilience and adaptability in face of the adversity. One thing remains clear: the loss of our senior year tradition has left a straining void in our hearts. Prom, an event that symbolizes more than just a dance. It embodies the celebration and years of hard work, friendship forged, and memories created. It is a rite of passage that symbolizes the transition from our adolescence to adulthood. Senior activities such as senior trips, senior picnic, and senior award ceremony hold equal significance. These are the moments that we are meant to solidify the bonds we formed and commemorate the achievements of our class. However, the pandemic robbed us of this experience. We watched our dreams of prom dresses and tuxedos, of laughter and dances fade away into uncertainty. We missed out on the chance to bid farewell to our high school years in manner befitting of our dedication and perseverance. But today I come before you with a proposal. Let us give the class of 2021 the prom they rightfully deserve. I understand the logistic challenges that come with organizing such events. However, I assure you that we are prepared to work with the school administration. Furthermore, I believe that reinstating these traditions is not about making up for lost time. It's about providing closure and healing for a group of students who have endured so much uncertainty and loss. By granting us the opportunity to celebrate together one last time in the year of 2026, our 5-year anniversary, you will not only honor the resilience of the class of 2021, but also demonstrate the unwavering support of the school board and for its students. In conclusion, I urge you to consider this proposal with compassion and empathy, recognizing the profound impact that prom and senior activities have on our lives as students. Let's come together to create memories that last a lifetime and ensure the class of 2021 receives the send-off they rightfully deserve. As I would like to mention a few more things that I did not write. For the class of 2021, we also did not get our junior prom, so we did not get to experience any sort of prom. But thank you so much for your time and consideration today.
Thank you, Ms. Fox. May we have Wendy Little?
Greetings, school board members. I'm Wendy Little. It's been a while. There's been a lot going on, but first I want to start with Aaron Little, my son, begging for help at a school board meeting almost 2 years ago. Where's the camera?
I'm pretty much here to say a lot of the same thing that she just said, not providing the right education and not providing health care, or well, not health care, but health assistance.
Fast forward almost 2 years ago, now there's no education. And the school division still continues to defy his health needs. And we are finding across districts that that's a problem across districts. There's one consistent thing across districts. So for the new school board members, good to see you, some of you for the first time. I wanted to let you know how this started. In August of 2022, Elaine Gold canceled my son's transportation to Swift Creek Middle School, would not let me enroll him. Dr. Pope did not want me to find out about programs. And let's see, there's some information here for that. Many instances of bullying me that have gone, that always went unaddressed. Got another letter from the Lieutenant Governor. There's been news articles, of course, about my son There's been additional news articles about commonalities between children with special needs, and especially those with school-induced trauma, because maybe they were denied education all of last year. And maybe nobody bothered to help the child. You just had presentations from your chief level people claiming about everything that they've done for all these kids. Why not Aaron Little? Ms. High knows that. How come you didn't help Aaron Little? Dr. Pope, why didn't you help Aaron Little? All those presentations you did, they have ignored my son and neglected him all year. He's 16 years old, relegated to 8th grade forever, apparently. So one of the things that I wanted to leave to you also, I have some good news. So the school division ignores me. VDOE half ignores us. You know what I did? I went to the legislative session of the education the day after breast cancer surgery and lymph node removal. The day. To advocate for my son. Who else would do something like that? The day. We have special education reform thanks to that heroic effort by me and catching the attention of Carrie Corner and other state electeds who do care about our special education kids. You guys, and I'm sorry, some of you, yes, you're new, but you inherited a mess. So when I say you, sometimes you as an individual, sometimes you as a collective, sometimes you, I say the school division, not really the school board, so please understand that. I'm trying to be in a hurry and finish. But one of the things I really wanted to also do tonight is, just leave you with some information about why you should not consider signing your IDEA Part B application. Your compliance is off the charts. And I would consider that you may wish to reconsider whether you're going to sign the IDEA Part B application. A few of those, I'm leaving you all packets. It'll have the information in there. And just one little extra word of advice. It might not be a great idea to sign a false affidavit just because somebody sticks it in your face. That's a lot in a very short period of time. I know, but it's been a while. I've been a little bit busy. And Aaron needs help. And he has a civil right, human right, education rights.
Thank you, Ms. Little. Fred Bravo.
Good evening. And thanks for the time. I'm Fred Bravo, Major United States retired. I'm currently the long-term sub at James River for the Navy Junior ROTC program. And I'm here to discuss and hoping that you guys will keep the program going because it's a valuable program. I've been there since January and the kids have come to love the program. It's superficially beneficial. Just before spring break, the area manager for talked with Dr. Volker and stated that the Navy has no desire to shut down the program. And she reiterated to me that they want the program open this morning. Letters were sent out to family members of the cadets about how the program is going to remain open, and I'm hoping that you all will consider that as well, because I know that the Navy wants the program open, they have no desire to close it, and they want to keep it open for years to come. Now, I know there's two issues you guys are well aware of. One is the instructor issue, and two is student enrollment. And I believe that could be fixed. Both can be fixed by one issue alone, and that's hiring the instructor. And I'm here to offer my services for that. I have a great background. I've come to love the program. It actually fell into my lap. I am a product of junior ROTC myself, United States Air Force, though, even though this is a Navy program. And I love it, absolutely love it. I'm a graduate of the Air Force Academy. I spent 20 years in the Air Force. I was missile launch officer my first 4 years. The guy who was underground, to kill the world, basically. I was that guy. And then I was a C-130 pilot with combat missions in Kosovo, Iraq, and Afghanistan, and I retired. And then I was a manager for Amazon. Then I was an entrepreneur. Then I was a manager for the census in 2020. And then I was about to go back to commercial fly. And then this fell into my lap. And I don't want to go back to flying now. I love these kids so much. I love James River. I love the program. It's extremely valuable. I can't reiterate that enough. And I'm here to offer you 5 years, and that's a guarantee. And I'm a man of my word. Because you guys need stability in this program. And I'm here to offer it. Because one thing that solves is the instructor portion, and I believe that that will also solve the student enrollment issue. If the kids see stability, they will come. They see the extracurricular activities flourishing, they will come. And I promise you that I will do my best. And I've done my best for these few months. If I'm given the opportunity, I believe the program will flourish, and we'll get back to the numbers and go beyond what you can imagine. So thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Bravo. George McGovern.
Good evening. How are y'all? Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is George McGovern. I'm a resident of Chesterfield County. I'm also the CEO of the Boy Scouts of America and the Heart of Virginia Council. I appreciate what y'all do to allow us to be in the schools, to sign up kids at those nights, and allow us to use your facilities. And I also appreciate the hard work that you do, because I know this job is not easy. We are a program that parents look at and demand. They want their kids to get into programs that are safe, that they build lifelong friendships, that they teach character and self-confidence, that they create strong family bonds, and also that they discover adventure. And we're one of those programs. We're inclusive. We serve boys and girls, K to 12, K to 20 years old, and we teach leadership and character skills. We can be a positive part of the solution that are affecting many kids today that we hear about, the county supervisors talk about with mental health. We can reach those kids because we build family bonds, and we build bonds between other kids and other families. We have a workforce development program called Exploring. It's for high school level kids, and it teaches them about careers. We have some programs right now with Virginia Dentistry, Family Dentistry, that want to do an Explorer post to teach kids about their field and profession, and we need your help to try to reach those kids. Our inability to communicate with the parents through flyers in the schools has affected us. Last fall, we normally recruit about 860 kids in the school system, and we recruited 109. There's about 700 families that weren't able to receive the scouting program. Our Hispanic families decreased from 300 to less than 150 this past year in Chesterfield County. Having access to the school buildings at night is wonderful, but if we can't communicate to the parents to get them to that meeting, to provide them information where they can make a choice, is something that's very important to us, and we need your help. We do not want to be a burden on your teachers, and we don't want to be a burden on you and the administration of the schools. I would ask that you revisit your policy and allow us to consider reaching an agreement where we can get information on board-approved flyers through the school system, the superintendent, to allow kids to know about scouting. It was really neat to see you recognize all these kids tonight and how they exceeded and how they excel. And there's a lot of kids that excel in our program as well. So I hope you allow us to reach them coming up in the fall 2025 school system time. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McGovern. May we have Robert Everett?
Been a while, couple of months, I guess. Been a little sick now. So I'm here today. I got a few topics I want to talk about. One is we have sort of a new board now. I don't know what the challenges were with Mrs. Little and Aaron Little. Maybe we can come up with a solution with that and offer her child the education that he deserves and the transportation that he deserves. Whatever challenges there are, whatever money, I don't think that it's going to cost too much to do that. We just got to be willing to find the ways to do that. So I want to move on to IEP, IEEs. I have been given reports and evaluations from parents with their IEP evaluations that are low scores, but yet still they're denied IEPs. But when they go for an IEE, they're saying, yes, your child definitely needs an IEP. And I've seen the evaluation process that goes through and the modules that you use to do that and the scoring process and that. And so I'm still learning on that, so I don't want to misspeak on any of this because I'm still learning, and I'm learning from the parents that are there in the trenches right now. But there's a little disconnect there. If we got an IE that says, yes, your child needs an IEP, and this could be this special needs kid could be somebody that's very gifted and somebody that's disabled, right? It's from top to bottom. Anyhow, I'm going to look into that a little bit more before I'd misspeak on that. The parents have more experience in that because I hadn't had to actually go through that system, and I don't want to, do it any justice. Next, since we have sort of a new board, I'm going to pitch my flag display policy, and this is to establish a uniform countrywide policy regarding the display of the flag. And the purpose of this is the Chesterfield County School Board recognizes that 22.1202 of the Code of Virginia Instruction in History and Principle of the Flags of the United States and Virginia's A Pledge of Allegiance to the American Flag guidelines developed by the board. The love and freedom of democracy is shown through the devotion of true and patriotic Americans to that flag. Country shall be instilled in the hearts and minds of the students attending Chesterfield County schools. In furtherance of the provision, the current American flag could be displayed on the ground of every school and every classroom, conference room, school office, gymnasium, cafeteria. I can list it, but I only have 2 minutes. Wish I had 2 hours. And so basically what this says is that the official United States flag these are the ones that can be displayed. The current Commonwealth Virginia flag, the current Chesterfield County flag, United States of the military flags, materials such thereof, such flags as the temporary unit of study within the approved curriculum by the superintendent, flags and banners or denote recognition of achievement, CCPS, school flags, sports flags, any other outside sports flags coming from schools, banners from colleges or universities, flags of countries representing the major nations of the world may be shown in the common areas like a school building and the cafeteria and whatnot, but they must be smaller than the American flag so that the American flag is more prominent. And so I pitched that. So I got 3 new school board members. I think one may have already heard this flag display policy. I've presented this in multiple counties in the state of Virginia. Oh, by the way, I'm Robert Everett, the Virginia's Children First. I failed to say that. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to advocate for textbooks to come back. For one, it's safe. Being with the Wi-Fi and stuff, there's a lot of RF radiation that is there. There's been meters that have been brought out. I'm hooked up with another organization, another person that's a lot more well-versed in this than I am. But not only that, it's a lot. There's an Oxford study out there that shows that textbooks should always be the center focus of our children's learning and not these screens that they stare at, because they get a little confused. How many hours can you stare at a screen before you mess your eyes up in physical? So, we can limit that time like that. I don't think that every student learns very well on the Chromebooks, and I think the textbooks should have never gone away. So I'm going to continually advocate for that, especially for our special needs kids that only can learn on textbooks and not Chromebooks because they're challenged in that manner. So Robert Everett, the Virginia Children First, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Mr. Eberth. Madam Chair, that concludes this evening's public comment.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we have this evening's superintendent report with Dr. Dougherty.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Tonight we have 2 presentations. First presentation from Sean Smith celebrating our Teachers of the Year, and then Sean will stay up and talk about legislative programs.
Thank you, Dr. Dougherty. For our first presentation, I want to share a video with you, aligned with our presentation earlier, recognition. This is about our celebrating our Teachers of the Year.
All right, congratulations. Congratulations. You're surprised? You should be surprised.
I can't speak. Thank you.
We're here to let you know that you are the school division's high school teacher of the year.
Oh my God.
Congratulations. Here's an official letter. You have a banner. We have balloons. There's cake.
Oh, I love cake.
Congratulations. Can we give her a big round of applause? Hey, Mr. Gates! Mr. Gates! Mr. Gates, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
We are here to celebrate you as the Elementary School Teacher of the Year in Chesterfield County. Congratulations. Here's an official letter.
Hi, Mr. McGill. I'm so sorry to interrupt. Guys, can you close your Chromebooks for a second? I'm so sorry. We have some very special guests with us today that would like to speak to you, Mr. McGill.
Hey, Brian. Great seeing you again.
How are you?
Hey, class, I want you to know you have the middle school teacher of the year and the entire division teacher of the year for Chesterfield County for this year. Congratulations.
You know, you have to have a special type of personality to really succeed in this profession. It's about relationship building, and it's really just about the kids, you know. So there's some obstacles, obviously, that are in every job, but I think the key is that can you set those obstacles aside and keep the focus on the kids and the learning. I'm grateful for the recognition. I think there's a lot of teachers that go through their whole career and have done really good work and never get recognized. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to be recognized. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Board members, do you have any discussion? Oh, I'm sorry, do you have you have legislative next, right? Yes, ma'am. Okay, board members, do you want to make any comments? Well, thank you so much for that. It's wonderful, and we're so proud of all of our teachers. Thank you for highlighting the excellence in our schools.
Yes, we're blessed to have those teachers to represent all of our other teachers in the building each and every day. So, shifting gears a little bit to what's become our monthly legislative program update. I'll note for our community, the deck that's in board docs is the same deck I've had kind of going forward. It kind of does highlight the process we've been through. So since I was before you in March, the General Assembly concluded. The governor then had, by Constitution, 30 days to take action on bills. His deadline was midnight last night. One of my 7-year-old twins said the governor should plan better. Why do you wait till midnight? But I did tell him that he has constitutionally until midnight, so he was within his. It didn't go over too well, but he understood that. But I assured him he was well within his deadlines there. But the governor did put forward a significant amount of amendments and vetoes. So I want to kind of talk very briefly about where things are and kind of wrap up, talk more about process, which will make sense here in a second. So with the next step forward, kind of going forward, will be April 17th, which is the veto session. The General Assembly will then look at the governor's actions on amendments and vetoes. So with the budget, first thing with the budget was there's several hundreds of amendments the governor put forward. Essentially what the governor said was, in his words, what he wanted to propose is what he viewed as a compromise, where he had put forward a budget back in December, which was really built on some tax incentives for taxpayers, some tax credits along the ways, and some returning revenue, obviously, to taxpayers. The General Assembly took a little bit of a different approach, mainly structurally with their budget. So the governor, what he said yesterday was essentially he's putting forward a budget that did not have any tax increases or any tax decreases, is how they phrased it. That does cause some sort of structural imbalance within the budget itself, just based on the different philosophies that are with regard to the budget itself. What will happen now is with those several hundreds of amendments that kind of went forward with the budget, the General Assembly now has to make a decision with regards to all those amendments. There's discussions. Obviously, we're well versed in the politics that's downtown, and that's obviously happens each and every year. But there is politics involved, and so there's conversations of what will happen with those budget amendments. We, as you've heard redundantly, respectfully from staff, is we constantly are looking for what's called the calc tool for the Department of Education. That essentially establishes for us a baseline in writing of essentially what these proposals mean for Chesterfield County Public Schools, the money we take in, the money we don't receive. The governor did say with regard to education, he was going to protect the investment with the teacher salary increase, 3% there. He did make some changes with regard to at-risk funding and protected the rest of education funding. The concern there really is the funding sources that he's utilizing, which is different than General Assembly had proposed. The General Assembly is having initial conversations about what they will do. With regard to the budget, they have a couple of actions before them. Obviously, they could accept all those amendments, and then we're done. That's not going to happen. What's likely to happen is the General Assembly will look at those amendments. They could dismiss all of them outright, either by parliamentary procedures or just defeating them outright. Then the budget goes back to the governor. The governor at that point in time only has two options. He can sign the budget or he can veto the budget. Vetoing the budget has concerns for obvious reasons. If he vetoes the budget, then they'll essentially bring into play a special session for the budget. So usually I wouldn't stand before the board and walk you through all the parliamentary pieces, but unfortunately I think that's relevant right now with where things are downtown. So we're constantly listening to the conversation taking place. Our concern at this point in time, obviously, is protecting the investments in education, notwithstanding the politics, but protecting those investments for our employees, for our students. The second piece is making sure that they actually have a budget. Once they get past kind of the May 1st deadline, then you have structural problems with the county government with regard to them being able to send out tax bills, not unique to Chesterfield, but certainly to any locality. So from the budget perspective, we're not done yet, unfortunately. The County Board of Supervisors adopts their budget tomorrow night. You'll have your meeting in May, where you'll have a budget before you. We'll have to be in constant conversations with the board about that. The second piece the governor did put forward is amendments and vetoes to legislation proper. There's probably about 10 amendments to bills that impact education. There's talk that essentially some of the governor's amendments that he put forward there, they were not soft amendments. They were taking a different philosophy. So if a bill said we shall do something, his amendment said may do something. So you'll see some philosophical issues along the way. What I mean by that is essentially it's likely that the General Assembly could dismiss outright those amendments to those bills. What that means in that perspective is then that bill goes back to the governor to either sign it or veto it. So those are kind of still in play. The things that I did put forward to the board today were some information with regard to vetoes. There are essentially 5 education-related vetoes that impact, obviously, things that we've been looking at closely. And just to highlight them really briefly, the first one is House Bill 398, which was a veto, and it's with regard to a bill that really discussed student discipline and restorative practices for disciplinary purposes. The governor did veto it. That he, again, I'm paraphrasing his veto message, but he had concerns with regard to restorative disciplinary procedures and practices. The second veto he had was for House Bill 571. There's a similar bill, essentially Senate Bill 235. That one he vetoed. That one we've talked before. That's the legislation that deals with sexually explicit materials. The governor did, in his veto message, said in his words that did not believe that was necessary. Essentially, he did clarify a conversation that's taken place before regarding what's perceived as censorship of books with that policy. He assured through his veto message that was not meant to be the case. The third piece doesn't directly impact us as a school division, but it does impact, obviously, our county government. That is a veto of House Bill 805 and Senate Bill 14. That bill would have authorized counties and cities to implement an increased sales and use tax rate for school construction. The governor did veto that bill. The fourth one to highlight is House Bill 958. That one provided the opportunity to have a student representative on a local school board. He did veto that. He felt like in his message the other opportunities to incorporate that input without making it a state mandate, in the words he used. And the fifth one is he vetoed House Bill 1088. That was a bill that required the Board of Ed to adopt model policies related to climate change and environmental literacy, and he vetoed that. Parliamentary-wise, essentially with the vetoes, the General Assembly has in its authority they can override a veto. It requires a 2/3 vote. The numbers aren't there to do that, so these vetoes largely will stand. So that's kind of important to note along the way. So with that being said, obviously we're still in flux with a lot of pieces along the way. We're continuing to work internally to begin to prepare for your board meeting in May and June, where I'll bring to you revisions of policies that will be required to put in place for July 1. Obviously, I'll be looking closely at these amendments and vetoes to see if there's any impact for our school division. But that's kind of the next layer with regard to just updates on the budget, and then obviously the policy pieces, which will largely come to you for this purpose in your June meeting. With that, Madam Chairman, I have to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks so much, Mr. Smith. Board members, any discussion or questions for Mr. Smith? Here's to a smooth, easy session. Let's just get to the budget. Let's,
Your positive outlook is encouraging.
Take my word for it. How's that? Thank you, Mr. Smith. Stay tuned. And we have action items.
I'm trying to cover all facets of my job tonight. So, Madam Chairman, board members, Dr. Doherty, you have before you memorandum number 053-24. This is with regard to the name of the new West Area Middle School. If you recall, the school district's 13th middle school is under construction on Westerly Parkway in the Matoaka District. And formerly known as the West Area Middle School, WAMS, it's scheduled to open in August 2025. School Board Policy 6160 gives the school board the prerogative to name schools and identifies opportunities for public engagement in this process. Potential names for the new 1,800 student middle school were solicited from the public for 2 weeks in February, and close to 600 responses were submitted. Students attending the new school are expected to come primarily from the neighborhoods currently zoned for Tomahawk Creek Middle School. Nothing has been firm for that. Based on the recent practice of involving impacted school communities in the naming process, PTA leaders at Tomahawk Creek Middle reviewed the submitted names and helped narrow the list for school board consideration to these 3 names. Number 1, Otterdale Middle School. Number 2, Otterdale Branch Middle School. And number 3, Otterdale Grove Middle School. The names of most schools that have opened in the past 20 years have geographic connections, but not specific neighborhood names. I note that because one name suggested by multiple community members was Mosley. The committee did not move forward with this suggestion primarily because a new middle school will soon be built next to the West Area Middle School, and there was concern that naming it Mosley Elementary would cause confusion for obvious reasons. The second piece to note is there was a name put forward is Otterdale Creek Middle School. And looking at that, we learned a lot of information in this process. Otterdale Branch is actually the correct name of the stream that some people do refer to Otterdale Creek. And that information was vetted through the U.S. Geological Survey and other entities. But it's clear, obviously, that Otterdale Branch is the name of the stream that flows into the Sioux Creek reservoirs. That's one of the names for consideration. The third piece I do want to note is that the committee did receive multiple suggestions to name the school for Tim Bullis, who's our former communications director for our school division. Tim passed away in 2023, and his name being brought forward does not meet the requirements set forward in your school policy 6160 that states that absent extraordinary circumstances, schools cannot be named for living individuals, and that for any person for a school's name must have passed away for 10 years. So with that, to recap, the 3 names you have before you are Otterdale Middle School, Otterdale Branch Middle School, Otterdale Grove Middle School. With the school board's preliminary approval this evening to name these 3 finalists, the school division will once again engage the community to gather input. We'll go back out to the community to have another survey. We'll put that out tomorrow, open it up until April 24, and then have a recommendation for school board approval at your May meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Board members, is there a motion to approve Memo 5324 as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Great. There's been a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, would you call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The memo is approved. Next, thank you, Mr. Smith. Next, we have memo number 54-24, Dr. Gould.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Doherty, and the chair. Tonight, I'm going to share with you the local special education plan for the 24-25 school year for the Chesterfield County Public Schools. This is this application, which is done annually, is an agreement between the Chesterfield County Public Schools as well as and the Virginia Department of Education. It was reviewed by our SEAC, the Special Education Advisory Committee, on March 6th. It is being submitted to you tonight for Dr. Doherty's signature and submitted to the VDOE. We will do that before May 10th. Overview of the annual plan. It's really assuring the Virginia Department of Education that our policies and procedures are in line with federal and state regulations. In our ongoing efforts to always be in compliance with those regulations, we are currently updating our procedures and policies to be aligned with those state regulations. And there will be that ongoing effort in light of new changes to regulations as well. Our Department of Special Education is broken up into 3 offices. We have a coordinator of administrative services, our coordinator of results-driven accountability, and our coordinator of disability support services that oversee different aspects of our department. And you can see there on the chart some of the roles and responsibilities. I'd like to draw your attention to some of the new positions that we've added. We've added a literacy specialist to our team, as well as a math specialist to our team. And we have included some funds in this application to support their progress this year in supporting our students. We collect trend data annually for our December 1 child count. We are required to submit a child count every year on December 1st for our students with IEPs. And as you can see, our numbers have increased and increased pretty significantly over the last school year. However, we do remain consistent with those percentage of students with disabilities as a part of the larger school body. You can also see here the percentage of students with disabilities by category. There are 13 different disability categories. They are listed there on the slide deck. And this is from 2016 to 22. As you can see, our numbers for the category under autism continue to increase, as well as students identified as having a speech language impairment. Just talk a little bit about early inclusive practices here in Chesterfield County School Division in early childhood special education. We will be moving forward with that this school year. We will be partnering with the Virginia Preschool Initiative to provide inclusive opportunities for students with IEPs in our 4-year-old classrooms. That we are working at the Chester Early Learning Academy this year, as well as in 4 of our elementary schools to develop model programs that we can share with other folks next year and expand inclusive practices for them. So in 25-26, we continue to expand programs for our students. And then this year, we'll start to look into inclusive opportunities for 3-year-olds. And we will work to provide those inclusive opportunities for all of our students in early childhood special education, except for those who need more restricted placement. Our annual plan, we have 2 budget categories. One is 611, and that is for our students 3 to 21. Federally, regulations require that we serve students ages 3 to 21. However, in Virginia, we serve students beginning at age 2, but our federal grant application reads for 3 to 21. You can see some of the allocations up there for our special education FTEs, teachers, IAs, division level specialists, support specialists, and school level coordinators. Some of those school level coordinators of special education are also included in this grant application. And then we have some temporary work assignments for summer school, especially. We have TWAs, or temporary work assignments, for extended school year. Extended school year, while we do have a summer program, extended school year could occur at any time throughout the school year when there's a need. We have a need for summer evaluation teams because things keep rolling, referrals keep coming in the summer, so we have to hire folks who are not 12 months to get that work done for us. And then we also do a lot of work in the summer around repair and building of assistive technologies for our students for the next school year. We also have to provide VDOE with the expenses that we will have for larger items, as well as smaller items, but any items that we inventory, which is just about all of them. We have to, anywhere from furniture to changing tables to brailers, very expensive equipment to very small equipment as well. 619 is our preschool grant, and as you can see, it's not a large sum of money, $250,000 for a division this size. So essentially, this is a locally funded, preschool is locally funded, early childhood special education. So we have special education FTEs, teachers, diagnosticians, and any contracted services and materials and supplies that can be covered under this grant. Each year, we have to set aside funds for parentally placed private school students. That includes students who are homeschooled or any student who is attending private school within the boundaries of Chesterfield County. So a child doesn't necessarily have to reside in Chesterfield County. If they attend private school in Chesterfield County, we have to provide special education services to them. We have to set aside money. It's called proportionate set aside, and the amount that we set aside for 24-25 is listed there. It's really for the provision of services, maybe the location of services. We do serve some children, especially very early learners in private school settings, and it may include transportation. We have to provide transportation if required. That's all decided upon in those meetings. And this division has elected to provide speech services for students who are parentally placed in private schools. Chesterfield County Public Schools is not required to set aside funds for comprehensive coordinated early intervening services, nor has the division elected to voluntarily set aside those funds. And that is the presentation of the annual plan, and I am now able to take your questions.
Thank you, Dr. Gould. Board members, may I have a motion to approve Memo 5424 as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Board members, is there any discussion? Great. There's been a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, please call roll on the motion.
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Dot Heffron.
Aye. The memo is approved. Thank you, Dr. Gould.
Thank you.
Next, we have items for board review. Madam Clerk, would you please read the items for this evening?
Madam Chair, tonight's agenda includes the following items for board review. Number 1, Magisterial District Improvement Funds, FY 2024. Number 2, FY 2024 February expenditures versus appropriations. Number 3, Budget Change Requests Summary across categories, February 2024. Number 4, Board Committee Reports. And number 5, Pre-K Update, February 2024.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next, we have this evening's superintendent's remarks. Dr. Dougherty.
Thank you, Madam Chair and board members. So I am going to read a letter that was submitted to the school board, and I will just read to you now. The time has come in my career as superintendent of Chesterfield County Public Schools to step aside and allow a new educational leader to continue to move the school division into the future. It has been an honor and pleasure to serve as the superintendent of Chesterfield County since 2018. The dedicated staff of the district office and the schools are the cornerstone of this division. This letter serves as a notification to the Chesterfield County Board of my retirement as the superintendent of schools. My last day in the office will be June 30th, 2024. School board members, as I've discussed with you each, and to my staffs, I wanted to make this public announcement, and I hate rumors. I love this job, but 47 years in education, in public education, I think it's time to do something new, and that is bother my grandchildren. And I love this staff. I love this. I think this school board is going to help move into the future. But someone taking this position has a remarkable staff, people who are dedicated, love children, and I think this is the best job in the world. I do this. The only reason is to give someone else a great opportunity in this. I'm not leaving because I'm unhappy. I'm not leaving for any other reason that it's 47 years and it's time. And so I want to thank the board. I've spoken to my staff today and principals, and I love the people here, but it is time, and I'm excited about what the future holds. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Dougherty, and I'll have more complete words at another time. At this moment, we have announcements and communication and school board member comments. School board members, do you have any announcements or comments? Ms. Coker.
I would just like to announce that on April 24th, there will be a job fair for our high school seniors. So if you haven't already applied to participate in that job fair, please do. There are going to be a lot of companies there looking for students that are ready to start their careers. So just wanting to make sure that that's out there.
Thank you. Board members, any other comments? Ms. Chatters?
So I also wanted to give a shout out to Meadowbrook High School. They're doing their Small Business Expo Night on April 15th. So if anybody wants to come check out our future entrepreneurs of Chesterfield County, please join us at Meadowbrook High School Monday, April 15th from 6 to 7:30. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Chatters. Mr. Pronto?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to recognize two important dates coming up for the community. One is Wednesday, April the 17th at Cosby High School will be the Western Area High School Community Meeting. And then on Monday, April the 22nd, the Western Area Elementary School Community Meeting will take place at Mosley Elementary. So the high school on the 17th and the new upcoming elementary school on the 22nd. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pronto. Any other comments? I have a few things I'd like to say. But first, I would, it was brought up this evening, the impact of what we will call the irregularities of 2020 and 2021 on our students. And I would like to encourage staff to prioritize access to schools' central office facilities for reunion activities as planned by those reunion committees, so that, I would love to see a fifth-year reunion that's a prom theme. I think that would be fantastic. Dr. Dougherty, Dr. Dougherty's just in regards to your service, you have led a ship through uncharted waters, and I personally appreciate your leadership and your guidance through just unspeakably difficult challenges in public education. Dr. Dougherty's dedication and leadership have left an indelible mark on Chesterfield County Public Schools. He has exemplified unwavering commitment to our students, teachers, family, and community while fostering inclusivity and excellence. And under his guidance, our district has earned accolades and recognition on both state and national levels, and we wish him the very best for the future. Now, over the next few days, the school board will be sharing information about the process on how we will find a new superintendent who will certainly have very big shoes to fill. Thank you so much, Dr. Dougherty. The school board will hold a work session on Tuesday, April 16 at 4 p.m. at CTC Hull Street in the Culinary Cafe. The next board meeting will be May 14th, 2024 at 4 p.m. here in the public meeting room, followed by a business meeting at 6:30 p.m. If there's no further business, we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Madam Clerk, would you please call roll on the motion?
Dominique Chatters.
Aye.
Stephen Pronto.
Aye.
Lisa Hudgens.
Aye.
Ann Coker.
Aye.
Hepron.
Aye. The motion carries. The April 9, 2024 School Board Business Meeting is adjourned.